Welcome to Ellie and Lucas. We are two Americans who have been living in Germany for the past 3 years. Today we wanted to share with you what is super special about your country and what you have to appreciate here from our eyes.
Over the last 2 weeks, if you've been paying attention in our videos, we've been talking a lot about the VZ interview that we did a couple of weeks ago. It was super duper fun, and we got to talk about what we really appreciate about Germany and hopefully give you guys some insights into what you should appreciate about it as well. Obviously, with COVID going on the last year and a half or so, it's really easy to kind of get bogged down and being stuck inside and stuff like that and not be able to go out as much. So it's really easy to forget what cool things Germany has to offer and what things you should be thankful for. So today we're going to talk about that. Also, if you want to see the interview, it should be available on the VZ Sunday website, and hopefully there'll be a link in the description below for you guys too.
The first thing you have to appreciate about the German culture is their honesty and their readiness to give you critiques. And so for us, this is kind of hard to accept at first, but we realize that they're giving you critiques and they're honest because they want to help you. I was recently reading a book and the man said that he spent some time in Russia and he actually kind of liked their relationship there because in Russia they're super strict and they'll tell you honestly what you think even while you're sitting down and having coffee. Do you like my outfit? They're like, no, I don't like your outfit. And from there he said it was really harsh at first, but he really came to appreciate that they would not tell you lies to your face or make up things about you. I don't think the Germans are quite that honest. I do think they're very honest, but I still think they kind of
give a little bit of softness.
Yeah, they're more, they give it with a little bit more softness, where I feel in Russia it's direct. I'm not sure, I've never been to Russia. So yes, in Germany you can appreciate that they're honest and they give you critiques because they want you to improve.
Two other things that you can definitely appreciate about Germany are the chocolate and the bakeries. And I've talked about this in tons of our videos if you've been watching us over the last few months. I love the bakeries here and I love the chocolate. There's just so many different kinds, and if you're coming from say the United States like us, you think that there's pretty good bread or pretty good chocolate there, but until you've come to Europe and maybe even Germany specific, you really have no idea of what else there is in the world. It's easy living here for you to take it for granted because they're everywhere, but really, the food is so much better. And same with the chocolates, there's so many options in the grocery stores and it's easy to just be yeah, that's chocolate. But until you've had something that's maybe not so good, you don't realize how good you really have and how much we will definitely miss it in the future. So be appreciative of your amazing, amazing bread and chocolate.
Before we go into the rest of the 7 points, we wanted to stop and take this opportunity to remind you to support our channel. We have a goal of getting to 2,000 subscribers by the end of this year, and currently we have about three quarters of the subscribers we need to hit that goal. And we feel great. It makes us feel so amazing. And how much does it cost to subscribe to our channel?
0. No money's on YouTube to subscribe. It's just supporting us and getting to know when we release more videos.
Mm-hmm. So it would be super great to see you back on our channel because we love having you here. Another way you can support us more directly is through Patreon. Patreon is a website where we post extra content that we don't release on YouTube, we've released extra little points that we like about Germany, or behind the scenes footage to setting up our videos and what that all looks like. And so there's a lot more there for people who are looking to support us more directly. So please consider both of those options. And how much does it cost to become a Patreon member?
Costs as little as €2 or roughly $2 per month if you're coming from the US.
Those are some super great things that you can take advantage of to support us more. And now we'll get back to the video.
Moving on, another thing to be appreciative of in Germany are the Christmas markets. And I'm sure with COVID happening this year, maybe Germans can already feel more appreciative towards them because we couldn't get to do it this year in many parts of the country. Christmas markets are just absolutely amazing. They're filled with so much joy, happiness, souvenirs.
Glühwein.
Yeah, who can forget Glühwein? So there's so many amazing things to appreciate about Christmas markets. And especially, again, when you live here, it's so common to have them, but for people coming from outside the country, Christmas markets are always like one of the must visits if you're in Germany during the winter. So definitely appreciate those.
Another thing you have to appreciate about Germany is the castles. And you may take this for granted, but for us Americans, it's really like, it's so crazy to think that there's been a building standing there for like at least 1,000 years or at least 500 years. But you know, like, it's just, castles are so cool. They're so unique and different. That's one of my favorite things to do in Germany, is see the castles.
And there's so many to see with over like 25,000 castles. Germany, and I looked this up, has the most castles of any country in the world. Not surprising, but very cool.
So I'm interested to see, how many castles have you seen? And who of our German viewers has seen the most castles? Let us know in the comments below. Another thing you have to appreciate about Germany is the cultural and the history that's basically everywhere. With this, I mean, kind of going back to what I said about the castles, there's cobblestone streets, for example, or there's cities that have had their foundation as old Roman settlements. And to me, it's crazy. Like in the US, we don't even have cobblestones or any like old fancy decorated buildings. It's very hard to find that. Along with historic cities, you also have cities like Berlin or Dusseldorf or Cologne that are more, they have parts of history, but they also have a super great nightlife, a great variety of options for anyone. Just super impressive cities.
And if you ever want to get out of the nightlife and the cityscapes of Germany, Germany has so many like trails and parks and wildlife areas that you can go and appreciate, and it's not even that difficult. So many of them have their own like paths that lead right out of the city. So like Germany just offers tons in the world of nature. For us, one of our most favorite like nature and outdoors adventure since living in Germany has without a doubt been the Zugspitze and seeing the Eibsee. We definitely didn't get to see enough of it. So be super appreciative of what nature and what parks you do have, because I actually think in Germany, the country's done really well at keeping them somehow like intermingled, so you can have both without feeling like you have to like go to the middle of nowhere. Going along with how easy it is to like see the nature in Germany, Germany is also just centrally located within Europe. And that's really easy to forget about and take it like for granted that all these other amazing cultural countries are just circling you. But coming from the US, where to go to someplace completely different like Portugal or France or Italy, you have to cross an entire ocean. And in Germany, you just go like a day's trip south to Italy or a day's trip west to France. It's all actually quite easy, and you don't have to travel excessively to get to any of these places. Very cool.
I had a teacher, and I hope she's watching this video. Hi. She would say that on her weekend she'd go to Holland or the Netherlands, and to me it was just like, I was like, you go to a different country for the weekend, okay? Like for us that's so weird. We wouldn't do that, and I think it's super cool that in Germany you can. Another thing we love about Germany is the public transport, and we can't say this enough. I think that many Germans overlook the advantages that you have by having public transport. Where we come from in the States, basically everyone has to get a car, and so you have to go through driver's ed and get your driver's license if you want to go anywhere, because otherwise the towns are like 7,000 people and you can't really do much there. But here, even in towns that are that small, there's like trains that go back and forth to bigger cities, or buses, and that wasn't the case where we came from. There was one city bus, but no one really used it because by that point everyone had cars because they had to go outside of the city. And this brings us to our last point, which is healthcare. I don't even think you can truly appreciate what an advantage you have here with the healthcare system the way that it is. Let me paint a picture for you. So in the US, a lot of people save their like health concerns until like the end of the year. And they try to get multiple things done at once because typically there's a deductible that you will be responsible for before the insurance company will help you. So that can be anywhere up to $3,000 or more that you are responsible for paying yourself towards your health care before your insurance companies will help you. That can be pretty scary, especially for people who don't have insurance. But in Germany, you're required to have insurance, so if an emergency happens where like you break your leg, they will cover it, and I think that that's super great. Whenever I'm sick, I don't feel like as afraid to go to the doctor anymore. I'm like, oh, like it's more affordable. So yes, as a German, you can be thankful that you have the opportunity to get healthcare whenever you need it and that it's reasonably affordable.
So yeah, those are all the things that we think you should be appreciative about when living in Germany, whether you're born and raised German or moved to the country of Germany. There's just so much it has to offer and so much that's easy to forget about, but definitely makes your life a lot better. Once again, we definitely want to say thank you so much to Jennifer from the VIAT set for taking the time to interview us. It was so much fun, and we really hope all of you viewers can enjoy this video and also the article if you go check that out as well. Again, link in the description below, and make sure to click that like and subscribe button. We've been getting so close to our goal, and we're super excited to get there by the end of the year.
We will see you next week.
Bye.
Mark.
This is my turn. We're not like paparazzi. When we were studying abroad, they would always tell us, okay, whatever medical concerns you have, make sure you get it handled in Germany because it's cheaper. Or not like to make sure, but that we had the option to.
So there you